It's going to be a real quick live, real fast. Shalom, family. Good seeing you. Good seeing everyone. So I had to cut off the live yesterday. A little emergency came up, but we're back today. Everything's all good. Give everyone a couple of minutes here to get notified. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, no, I had to stop it. It was me. It wasn't YouTube. It was me. I had to stop. The little emergency came up. Thank you for the people who were emailing me, asking if everything was okay. Everything was just fine. Thank you.
The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Amen.
Yes, thank you for the concern for everyone that emailed me. I appreciate you. Give me a chance to get notified. Come on in here real fast. Good seeing everyone already here. Thank you again to the moderators. We appreciate you. Great to see you, Judy and Light. Appreciate you. Yeah, my son was talking about all these earthquakes happening a few hours right after their New Year's. Pause it right there. Great talking to everyone. Gary's seen everyone already here, family. We're talking about how we're moving into this huge transition. I mean, we have April 8th, and we have the eclipse that's coming. X marks the spot over our lands right here in the Americas. But also another big event is Pluto moving into Aquarius on January 20th. And what I was trying to talk about a little bit yesterday, I'm going to talk about a little bit right now, is that there was this young lady who did a video talking about how between March of last year to like June of last year, Pluto moved into Aquarius for, those couple, like 2 or 3 months. And that was kind of like a precursor to what's going to happen January 20th for the next 20 years. And something like monumental in my life happened between that time, but I want to play that video real quick. So let me see here. Play the video. saved it over there off of a TikTok, so let me just pull it up real quick. If I can find her. Okay, hold on. Just give me a quick second so I can find it. Or I had it last. I know I saved it. I'm just gonna find it. But like I said, there's a huge event that happened, and I want to share with you. I said this video, and of course it was there before. Now I can't seem to find it. Oh, that's it. All right. Here it is. Pluto in Aquarius 2023. So the video is called Preview, okay, for what's to come.
June 11th, 2023 is a preview for the major transformation happening. March 23rd until June 11th, 2023 is a preview for the major transformation happening in your life over the next 20 years. Let me explain. From March 23rd until June 11th of this year, Pluto will briefly enter Aquarius. However, after June 11th, it will retrograde back into Capricorn for the rest of the year, and it won't firmly be in Aquarius until 2024. So think of late March until early June as a foreshadowing of what will be a slow, important transformation in your life over the next 20 years, from 2024 until 2044. Pluto is the planet of transformation and death and rebirth, which is why this will be a preview of that. So it's only briefly happening this year, but in the next 20 years, this will be more important in your life. It's not scary, and it won't be that intense for a lot of you. It will be most relevant if you have personal placements in Aquarius. And in these next few months, it does not get past 0 degrees Aquarius, so it's really only relevant for those of you with 0 degrees Aquarius this year. Check for your rising sign and look for the... Now,
you know, for me, I'm going to talk to you to let you guys know, and I'll let you guys in on a little something, okay? This is what has happened in 2023. And 2023 in March till like June of 2023. So that was like kind of like a precursor to what is to come after January 20th going forward, okay? So I'm going to give you like something happened with me personally. In March of 2022, I had a really big medical issue. And this medical issue started about March of 2022. And I was really, really sick, but I didn't really let the people know how sick I was. Pretty much my doctor had at one point pretty much said, you know, there's nothing really I can do for you anymore. That pretty much get your life, get your, you know, affairs in order. And that was pretty much what the doctor said, you know, sorry, can't do anything for you and whatever else. This is in about October. So from March to like October, I was really, really sick. But I was still trying to do videos but I could barely, I was just really, really sick. I was not myself whatsoever. And then I had a surgery in January. And then still going to work and everything else, even while I was really, really sick. But something happened in March. And I had these tests done in early March. And the numbers added up to the number 9. 9, again, is like destruction, okay? Kind of like same thing as what Pluto is, right? So early March, I took this test, and it was still really bad. The test results were bad all the way from like October to like March. Then all of a sudden in March, and I didn't realize why, but I knew I was talking to my brother Yaquab, and he had said something about a planet moving or whatever else, and I didn't really put 2 and 2 together. But all of a sudden, I started to feel much better. Started to get my strength back. By June, I was pretty much already back to normal. And it was pretty much a miracle to my doctors. They don't know how, because nothing really changed. All of a sudden, these planets must have moved. And I was going through a serious testing for about a year. And from March till June, it was like I was like a new person, a new man all of a sudden. And like the doctors just really don't know exactly what happened. But that timing, and then in June, I had a test done again, and all of a sudden, everything had normalized. And in those same numbers, those results equaled 9 again. Again, destruction, okay? Or kind of like a rebirth, because Pluto can mean, it's like a rebirth, resurrection, and it can also mean death, right? It was an absolute miracle. And within like a few months, I had been suffering for like over a year, or about a year. And it was like the Most High was testing me, putting me through some serious tests, and not just myself, but also my family. Got to understand, I'm married, and I also have 6 kids. So when you get to a point where it's like the doctors can't help you anymore, and you got 6 kids, I have adults, I have kids in school, I got little ones and whatever else. And, it was like pretty much you're resigned to the fact you have to pretty much put your faith in the Most High. I'd always been putting my faith in the Most High anyways, but this was pretty much, I guess it's another major obstacle. I've been going through major obstacles physically since like 2015, on and off, okay? But it just shows you how like those planets and those movements, that was when everything changed for me. That's when all of a sudden, I started I started feeling better, feeling like myself, getting my strength back and everything else. But like I said, it was all praises to the Most High. But it was exactly in those times when that girl was talking about, that young lady was talking about how in March, Pluto was going to go into Aquarius for 3 months. And then all of a sudden, and then it's going to go back out in June. Well, from March until June was when my numbers went from like deathly low to pretty much normal. So that just shows you how those planets do make they make changes here. They do have an effect on us here. Because that was pretty much when I started to actually feel better. And kind of like went through a rebirth. Went from being dead, pretty much just left for dead, to being raised back up again, to being, sick. I mean, from being sick to being like strong and able to do things that I had done before. I'm as strong as I've ever been, physically, lifting weights like a young man again, doing all these certain things that I wasn't able to do before. So again, that's all the Most High, and it's just a beautiful thing to see. So for me personally, it's like, I've already seen what happens when those 3 months happened, how much better I got. So it helps me to kind of really think about what's to come starting in January 20th. Because I know that we are going to have phenomenal things happening to us. The Most High said that in Joel chapter 2, how he's going to return the years that the locust had stolen from us. So I'm just looking forward. So like I said, we got to make sure that, we know that things are happening. Things are going to take time. See, the Gentiles, they always want things to happen like this. And when things don't happen on that particular day, that prophecy didn't come to pass. See, this is why not on your time. We're on the Most High's time. So it's about, we know that things are happening in the spirit world. Things are already going on in the spirit world. And for these, they're not even talking about prophecies anymore, not coming to pass or whatever else. Because it's like, look, you guys, remember, they always, if you say a date or you say something's going to happen and nothing happens, you should get stoned. Well, what do you think should happen to these Gentiles? What do you think should be happening to these pastors? What do you think should be happening to these priests? They've been talking about a rapture for how long now? I said, how long have they been talking about a rapture? Should they be getting stoned? How long have they been talking about an Antichrist coming? How many times are they going to talk about World War III happening? We got all these people that are coming out and talking about this is going to happen, that's going to happen. The Russians are running to their bunkers. All their elites are running to their bunkers. How many times are you guys going to be listening to these idiots? You see what I'm saying? They want to talk about what things that you're talking about, but they never talk about the information, how all of the stuff they bring out is nothing but a bunch of lies. I said, how many of these, you're going to get your blessing today. You just, if you just sow a seed, you're going to get this. And if you just sow a seed, you're going to get that, and nothing has been happening that they've been talking about. None of the prophecies that they have been pushing are coming to pass. Because these prophecies have nothing to do with them. The book of Revelation is about a revealing. All of them have been confederate with keeping us a secret, keeping us our memories obliterated from the earth. They have been, just like it talked about in Aquaman 2, hiding that whole seventh kingdom that was superior than to the other country and to the other nations, which is exactly what they've done here. Exactly the same thing. I'm looking at, I don't even look at their news, I said whatever else I said, because it's nothing but a bunch of smoke and mirrors. Now all of a sudden, Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, they're on the Epstein list. Yeah, even if they are, who cares? Because you know what? You guys are never going to do anything to them. You see what I'm saying? The other nations are never going to do anything to their elites. They're never going to do anything. Nothing ever happened. It's like how many presidents have been caught doing this scandal, caught with that, and they just let it all go by. They just let it all pass, right? I don't even waste my time looking at them because it's like, this rocket hit this place. How do we know? They sunk this ship. How do we know? I'm sorry. I kind of lost faith with that whole pipeline getting destroyed and nothing happened. Supposedly this multi-billion-dollar pipeline of the Russians gets destroyed, and we're waiting for the Russians to respond. We're waiting for the Russians to respond, and all we saw was some bubbles coming up in the ocean, and then there was absolutely no response whatsoever. You see what I'm saying? So, he said they lost me with all that. It's like, how many times are we going to watch and hear about, how many times America's done this and no one does anything back? America does this and no one does anything back. America taxes people and nothing. So I'm like, I'm done listening to that mess. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's just nothing but a waste of time listening to the things that they say. But I was just going to give you guys my testimony as far as like I know and I've seen the power of Pluto being in Aquarius in my personal life. Okay? So, I can just say what the Most High did for me at that time. Because like I said, when doctors are telling me pretty much, hey, man, this is it. There's nothing I can do for you. And now it's like they went from seeing me in that position. All of a sudden, in a few months, they see me and I've put on, 20 pounds of muscle. I'm, much, different. I'm much more lively. I'm alive and not pretty much a walking, the Walking Dead at this time. But that was also something the Most High had to put me through, in order. I've seen that so much because it's like he puts me down, he humbles me, keeps me humble, he keeps me down and whatever else. He teaches me things when I'm in that state. I have to depend on the Most High so much more, but he tests to see, many people can be about this work and about this business when they feel good. Many people can be about this work when things are going well. It's how you're going to act when things are not going well. It's how you're going to be when you're at your A, you don't have any real reason to keep doing what you're doing. When you don't really have I'm Most High, I'm trying to do what you want me to do. I'm trying to do the best that I possibly can. And I'm afflicted. Why am I afflicted when I see all these other people who don't care about you at all? Who don't care about your work, and they're living it up and having a great time. Why am I being so afflicted? I have a wife, I have children. I said, I don't want to leave them here. Why am I having to go through this? Why are they having to go through this? But that's all part of the testing. And one thing my wife has always said, she goes, no matter how much you've been afflicted, how sick you've gotten, you've never complained. You've never complained and like, why me? Why is this happening to me? I'm like, why not me? Why should this cup pass for me? Why do other people have to suffer and not me? So, and that's the thing that I feel like that was a huge test that I had to go through, for the Most High to test you. Like, hey, look, are you going to love me? Are you going to follow me when it looks like there's no reason for you to follow me? You see? And everything turned around when I didn't even know about Pluto moving into Aquarius until I kind of looked at this video popped up a couple days ago. And then it helped me put two and two together, because then I went back and looked at my numbers, added them up. There's 3 numbers, they added up to 9. And like I said, 9 is like destruction. So maybe it's kind of like and then a few months later it was 9 again. It could have been like an ending of a cycle, ending of an era, and then moving into another, because Pluto can mean death and rebirth. The death of one cycle and the rebirth of another, which really could be like what you're going to see here on January 20th. on January 20th, it's like a death. It could be like the death of this system, the death of this reality, and then the restoration of the new one. Just like we know about, Pluto being over here in 1776 when they signed their Declaration of Independence, or when they got their, when they set up and they got their freedom, and then all of a sudden Pluto's back 246 years later. So like I said, so we know that these people are done. Their reality is an absolute wrap. We all understand that. So I'm praying for healing. I'm praying for getting those restoration of our years back. The restoration from the years that the locusts, these other nations, have stolen from us. I'm looking for restoration of our knowledge and understanding. If you guys wake up in the middle of the night, Most High woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to pray. So I grabbed one of my rocks and was holding them and just praying. Because, and just talking to the Most High. I know that we sometimes get awakened in the middle of the night. I think 3 o'clock is a really important time. I was awakened and I was just up there just praying and talking to the Most High. Because, like I said, we know we got our ancestors around, we got our angels around, we got the Holy Spirit with us. And it's time for us to make sure that we are, communicating. Communicating with the Most High. Communicating with our ancestors. Communicating with the angels. And this is where we are right now. So I thank the Most High, he still has me here so I can see the switch. So I can be part of the switch. And that's what I'm looking for. So I just wanted to spend a little time with you. I mean, I have some more videos, a lot of videos, a lot of information to share. But I wanted to make sure I came back on, got a little bit of time in here real quick. Thank you, Palmia Love. I appreciate you. And I wanted to spend a little time with you. It's amazing. We got like 600 something people already here. I know we'd have probably a lot more if they actually let the numbers go like they're supposed to, right? But I'm feeling, exactly, John Hope, I'm feeling like the head again as well. I see the switch. I feel the switch. I already feel it. I'm walking in the blessings that we're already in. You know what I mean? They never wanted us to be confident. They always want us to be, they want us to be around to make them happy. I'm like, no, that's over with. I said, we're going to walk in the footsteps that the Most High has put us in. No more of this, I got to try to make sure they feel okay. I'm going to love them to death so that they can, learn to love me back. No, hell no. That stuff is a wrap. But I just wanted to spend time with you, and like I said, these people are getting marked around us with their actions. These demons are getting marked, with their actions right now. So I just wanted to spend a little bit of time with you. I wanted to finish up this testimony I was trying to do yesterday. And it's a beautiful thing to see. All praise is Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Acknowledgement to my angels. Acknowledgement to my ancestors as well. Acknowledgement to my family that is here. Acknowledgement also to the cleaving Gentiles that are here as well. That the Most High has opened up your eyes to see this truth as well. Much love to everyone. Shalom.